The factory tyres on a KLR 650 are all bark and no bite. What do I mean by that? Stick around to find out. If you're new here, my name is Ben, this is Adventure Bikes Australia, and I am in no way an expert on anything motorcycles. The KLR is, in my opinion, the best budget ADV bike on the market today. Now the key word here is budget. This bike has been built to a budget. As a result, there are some things that need attention straight away if you want to use this as an ADV bike. Crash bars, bark busters, and a bash plate are just the first three. But what about the tyres? Are they ADV ready? The factory tyres on my KLR 650 are a Dunlop K750. The back is a 130/80/17 and the front is a 90/90/21. Let's talk about their performance. On the road, I found the 750s to be really fun and I trust them a lot on the blacktop. When I'm commuting, they handle well, ducking in and out of traffic, lane splitting, all that good stuff. Out on the motorway, they're stable and most importantly, they're a quiet tyre. On the country roads, I found that the tyres aren't bothered by undulations and potholes, and in the twisties, let's just say I'm very comfortable leaning it over. Now under braking, they feel fine and I'm confident grabbing a full fist of brakes when needed. Now, off-road is a different story. If you're on a well-maintained gravel road, they're fine as long as you pick a good line. But coming to a corner too hot, the front wheel bogs down into the soft stuff rather than carving through it. On poorly maintained or forgotten gravel roads, you need to slow right down or it feels like the bike's going to slide out from underneath you. Now, I'll be honest here, I haven't done a whole lot of single track, but I definitely felt like I was pushing my luck and needed to have both feet on the ground paddling. So to summarise, the factory tyres are great on-road in almost every situation. I have just one caveat, and that is wet weather riding. I'm not a huge fan of wet weather riding. If it's raining, I'll either stay home or I'll take my truck. As such, I don't really feel confident giving these tyres a wet weather rating. If you're enjoying this video so far, now would be a great time to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, because I'm about to replace these factory tyres, bung your ideas in the comments below for what I should replace them with. Now, despite good performance on-road and so-so performance off-road, it's the mileage where these tyres have really let me down. As I've said in other videos, I'm a returning rider. I've had a long break away from motorcycles. It's been 12 years since I've owned an on-road bike and 25 since I've had an off-road bike. What that means is I'm not a seasoned pro, but I'm not a newbie either. So my riding style is more aggressive than a new rider, but definitely less aggressive than those seasoned pros. With that said, I'm really disappointed with the mileage of these tyres. I've done only 3,000 kilometres since I bought the bike new and the rear is just about stuffed. It's really worn down and there's cracks starting to show through. The front tyre's holding up reasonably well. If I was just commuting on bitumen, I think I'd probably get another 500 Ks, but as an ADV tyre, I doubt I'd get another full day on the tracks. One thing to keep in mind is you cannot buy replacement Dunlop K750s here in Australia. You can get the K850, but not the 750. Now, what does that say about the tyre if the manufacturer is not willing to put it out in the open market? So, looping back to the original question, should these tyres be kept on the bike if you're buying new, or should we add them to the list of immediate changes? Well, what it comes down to is you and your purpose for the bike. If it's a commuter and a light trailer, these tyres are absolutely fine to run down and you can put off that new tyre purchase cost. However, if you're buying the bike today and going to Cape York next week, you're going to want to put those new tyres on the list because the factory tyres are not going to make it all the way up the Cape and all the way back again. At least not if I'm riding it. One thing you may have noticed in this video is the big shiny exhaust I put on my KLR. If you'd like to know more about that, click on this video here and I'll see you over there. If not, until next time, get out there and live an adventurous life.